Hey, what's going on, guys? So, welcome to the biggest channel thing ever on YouTube. We have surpassed PewDiePie with 1,000 subscribers. Welcome to today's video. We are going to be looking at what to craft with your Renown and also the new artifact that just came out in the last Lucky Wheel. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to get the hair out. I was trying to use the mirror in the computer. It's inverse. That's why I looked like I was doing it horrible. Anyways, feel free to laugh at me. Let's jump right in. When it comes to selecting like what piece to use your 3,000 renown milestone to make flawless, do not use anything that you can craft yourself. So what I mean by that is, see this steam gear pummeler? I can craft that. There's no reason for me to waste my renown on that. Um, Anything that it is craftable, you can make by going in. Oops, that's the wrong one. Anything that they can make by going into crafting. So any of these, if you just scroll through your own, do not make any of them flawless through the renown system. So there are a couple. Ooh, we just got tier 14. There are a couple of options that we do have. I personally think in what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. Do whatever you want. I think that there are a couple options that could work. So you do have the snakeskin armor. But if we look at the total, you get 4 stamina and 5 might, so that's a total of like nine stats. You could go with the scarab armlet. Again, I just I don't think it matters that much. So for me, what I am doing is I'm going to focus on Mako because Mako is a beast. So I'll tell you the way that I'm doing everything. The Mako helmet from the dragon set, and I should be very specific. This is from the dragon set, so I cannot craft these as flawless. I have to get these from the dragon and then use Renown to try and up them. Where I've been spending all of my Renown points is on the armor and on the headpiece for Mako. That's where I've been spending all of the points. Since those items have slowly over time gotten like an extra +1 stat here, +1 stat there, I don't want to waste this 3,000 one on it. I don't want to make it guaranteed flawless if I've already invested and upgraded it multiple times. I want to find the other piece. So for me, as I said, I've been working on the armor and the headpiece for Mako. So what that means is the one that I have not worked on at all is the bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bow and bring the bow up. It's only 9 points of might, but it's on Mako. So 9 points for Mako is huge. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Hopefully it comes out as flawless. Yes. All right, we got the flawless bow for Mako. Then that means when I start earning the 60 renown every time, I'm going to continue to work on the headpiece and or the armor to get those up so that Mako will look good all around. Let's just take a quick peek at Mako. Oh yeah, that looks way better than it was before. Way better. So that being said, that's what I'm doing for the renown. When it comes to the new artifact, this just came out of the Lucky Wheel. It is the I can't pronounce that name. I'm not even going to try. This uses the materials that you have to spend money on in order to upgrade. So most people probably are not going to get this super high. For me personally, I'm going to leave this at 1 star. I might go 2 star, honestly. I might do 2 star, but I am saving all of my materials to get 4 star on the Blood Maw. I'm almost at 3.5 stars, so I really do want that at 4 stars to put it on Jax, just so Jax can shred right through like the enemy Bane and the enemy Belrog when they run to the front. But for this new artifact, if we go through it, at 1 star, the The hero gains 15% healing efficiency. This stacks with other effects. So say you put this on Vega, and Vega is using the Holy Staff that increases her healing by 20%. This 15% will stack with that, allegedly. Once we get to the 2-star bonus, the hero becomes invulnerable for 10 seconds when their health falls below 20%. But they'll do 80% reduced damage. So this can be really good at keeping a hero alive. And this actually gives this item many more options. So I think 2-star can be worth it as far as spending the everything on the materials. Beyond that, I think that it's going to get really, really expensive in your pockets. I think to get to 4-star, it's like $1,000. It's something ridiculous. So that being said, once we make it to 3-star, friendly unit bonus is healing efficiency plus 15. So I think I'll come back and tell you my thoughts afterwards. Once we make it to 4-star, the friendly hero bonus, they take 20% less damage from pretty much most magic. Once we make it to 5-star, it restores 20% health over 5 seconds to a friendly hero when their health falls below 30%. You can only do this once per hero, maximum of 3 times. So pretty much you can fully heal 3 heroes in the course of a battle. This is like an amped up version of Tyrden, like a super amped up one. But this will actually allow your gladiators to be on the front line because I mean to get Bane from 30% health back up to 100% health in less than 5 seconds while he's on the front, or same with Belrog. That's pretty massive overall. So my thoughts about placement of this artifact for different stars. So if you have this at 1-star, I would put it on Vega. The Codex is cool and stuff, but the Codex overall will yield better results either on the Fire Mage or on Avril. In my humble opinion, I run mine, or even Cleo. I run mine on Avril pretty much exclusively. My Fire Mage is pretty low level. So I think mine is like level 40. I need to get her higher, but as I'm going up in castle levels, I enjoy hitting that new threshold and instantly having all of my rogues, having my jacks, and all of my gladiators instantly level up. So I've been dumping all of my EXP to make sure that like the second I hit castle level 43, all of those heroes at once can be level 58. I think that's right. Except for my gladiators, they'll be a couple levels lower than that. So I think 1-star Vega, this works really well. Once you get to 2 stars, this really opens up more possibilities. I was trying to think what this could really benefit. Pretty much it can benefit a tank really well. So it makes the hero invulnerable, so pretty much immune to anything, like totally indestructible for 10 seconds when their health falls below 20%, but they deal less damage, significantly less damage. So a couple options I was thinking of was, instead of using this on Vega, using it on a tank once you make it to 2 stars. And there's so many interesting ideas and combos that you can do with this. So for one, you could do, say, Denji. If this triggers twice, like each time it goes below 20% after a resurrection, Belrog would be huge. That's 20 seconds of the battle where he's indestructible. If that's how it works, I don't have it at 2 stars. I have not tested it. It probably doesn't work that way. So I might skip that. The other one I was thinking about that this could be really good. So hear me out on this. Tyrden. So I don't know about you guys, but Tyrden just runs to the front because that's how her AI is. That's how Tyrden works, and then she dies, and it is somewhat annoying. But check this out. Tyrden's not there for damage. Sure, she can do a bunch at the end of the battle just because she does a tiny bit to everything out there. But the real strength of her aura that disrupts, say, skeletons and warlocks and things like that, the real strength of that comes from reducing their accuracy so that they deal less damage. Uh, so it's not necessarily about the damage that she puts out, but Tierden heals your hero, so that 15% healing efficiency, Tierden will benefit from that. And Tierden puts out a decent amount of healing. Um, if we look at her Divine Light, I mean, at level 9, that's going to be about 30,000 health. 15% of that is 3,000, 4,000, almost 5,000 more. So instead of healing for like 30,000 health, it would be like 34 point something thousand health, which it all adds up. Um, so she would not only benefit from being invulnerable for 10 seconds, she would also benefit from the healing efficiency. The reduced damage portion of this wouldn't matter for Tierden at all, because Tierden's not there to do damage, but it would also give her 10 seconds longer to do Divine Light, to heal more, and to not just instantly flop when she hits the front of the lines. So something to think about. The 2-star, there's tons of possibilities for it. That's just where my head goes, that it could benefit Tierden pretty well. Once we make it up to 3 stars, you have a unit bonus. So your units will heal for 15% more. So this, if assuming that this affects all of your friendly units on the battlefield, if that's how this works, then I would put it back on Vega and just be happy with that. That overall is close to 30% increased healing. That's pretty solid. Once you make it, I really don't think the 4-star is anything super special. And 5-star, again, it's like a mini Tierden souped up on steroids ability. So yeah, I'm really thinking that if I get this to 3 stars, assuming that affects all of my units on the battlefield and not just in the aura range, then I would put it on Vega. If I do get it to 2-star, it's going to go straight onto Tierden. Just because I think it will keep Tierden alive, and you'll also get the healing bonus. There are some other interesting things I came up with. So if this is on 2-star, another thing that you could do, say you're a human player. I don't know about you guys, but when I do Siege as a human player, especially up against certain strongholds, my biggest fear is that Virden is going to die and I cannot resurrect all of my swordsmen, and then I take massive losses and my sieging is over for at least 24 hours. So another option for this is putting it on Virden. If you're a human doing siege. So I mean, that's a pretty niche thing. It's pretty small, but your Virden hits 50% health, he puts on his bubble. Then once he gets down to 20% health, he's going to be immune. So say you're going up on a really tough siege as human, you'll notice when your Virden is getting close to dying, and even if you casted another ability, you'll still be able to use Virden to get the resurrect off if this is 2-star. That's a very niche thing. That's not something that applies to everybody, but just another option for the artifact. It is pretty interesting overall. So that being said, quick little recap. When we do the recast, if we do, well, now I only have these two popping up. So if we do recast, make sure it's not a craftable item that you are doing the recasting on. It should not be a craftable item. You can go craft a flawless. Don't waste the renown on that, especially once you hit the 3,000 100% flawless creation. Save that for an item, and save it for an item that you're going to use long term. The Mako crit set, I would be shocked if Lilith came out with something more powerful than that, because it's just such a ridiculous set. So the likelihood that I'll ever have to change that off of Mako, I mean that should keep me good for a very long time on Mako. So it's worthwhile, in my opinion, to do that. most of the dragon sets, if you're going to use the dragon sets, some are better than others. They're not bad. They're not bad to use. But if we're spending all of that time upgrading one item and we're getting a couple points here, a couple points there, and we're getting really close to making it flawless, don't waste the 3,000 mark for the 100% to go up there if you've already invested that much and you're just one or two more craftings away from making it flawless. Don't waste it on that. Go to something that's super low that you will use, that's overpowered or worth a lot, and use it on that. So that is today's video. New artifact and Renown. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Like the channel. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. And have a great day, everybody.